Farrah on her way out, and we can at least put that in the positive column. That's what we're gonna do. The fact that he tried to pick up his kid, we're just gonna let that go.
And funeral
but we're
sex,
gonna go.
it's like my
I
first
want to know more
marriage.
about that. We'll be back with more funeral sex and with more hot topics. In a photo spread in Jewish humor magazine, Hebe, Roseanne Barr, that's the name of the magazine. Roseanne Barr casts herself as a domesticated Adolf Hitler in a kitchen, and in one photo prepares to bite into a, quote, burnt Jew cookie.
See, that part's not funny. You know, she can go on as Hitler, and Mel Brooks makes fun of Hitler, and it's a big joke because he's dead and he's ridiculous, of course, and evil. But the Jew cookie, the comedian needs to know the line to cross. She crossed it. Because it's not funny. That's not funny. But the other part is with her with the mustache. That's funny.
But you know, sometimes Roseanne Barr, is she Jewish?
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes people make fun of themselves, and you know, I wouldn't do anything like that. But she's going, I'm Jew, so I can do it.
And you are of that group.
But it's dangerous then, because what happens is it then opens the door, and we've had this discussion before about, you know, kind of claiming your ethnicity or your background and using it as a form of, you know, joke and laugh. May be fine, but what it does then, I think, is open up the door for other people to do the same who may not be in that group. And I think that
then they get censored. They get people like us saying they shouldn't do it if they're not Jewish.
But if you take that particular part out of the context of the entire thing that she was doing, then it looks at, you know, the whole photo spread that she was doing. Because I mean, I'm not saying it's funny. It's kind of woo. But maybe, you know, you have to look at the entire context.
Are they burned? I mean, let's examine this, okay, in full. Those cookies look what?
Well,
they're burnt around.
Are they burnt? It's not funny.
I mean, but Roseanne, I mean, it's a surprise. Roseanne does things that are over the edge. That's what
she does. But Mel Brooks has been getting laughs off of Hitler for years, and you know, the show, the producers. Have you seen it? You've seen the movie, right? It's hilarious. But some people are offended by that too. Who knows?
Well, people, you know, it is a consequence of being a comic. Sometimes some people will think it's funny, sometimes they won't. It's like, you know, when we see someone dressed up in what they call the hip-hop look, you know, with the hat and the thing, and, you know, you get offended or you don't. Or you say the N-word, which I won't say because I know it's now a bad word. It's on my list now.
It's a bad word?
Oh, yeah, it's one of the words you can't say. Don't watch Roots, because it will make no sense to you.
Why, did they bleep the N-word?
They bleep the N-word every time. And, you know, in Roots, it's just like, you better tell that beep, and then
the box set.
And what are you beeps doing over there? I mean, it's like...
Get the box set of Roots. They don't believe it.
No, it's out of the, it's gone. They're not fooling around. There are words and there are things, and so you know you have to question whether there is something to be said for the magazine that it was in, because if it's a Jewish humor magazine called Hebe,
it's not Newsweek.
You have to sort of go, okay, then somebody knows what's going on.
Now, is Hebe a derogatory? Because I don't know.
It's for Hebrew.
Okay, so it's
but it's a derogatory word. You don't when you say it. He's a
Hebe.
He's a Hebe. It's not. People don't like it. Just like they don't like Now, Rush Limbaugh has. That was an odd connection.
Limbaugh, yeah.
Not made for any reason except that this was the next on my list. Rush has dropped 90 pounds in less than 6 months, thanks to the Florida-based Quick Weight Loss Center, which has sent Google searching skyrocketing. They want to know all about it. They want to know what it is, how it works, and. That's a short amount of time to lose that much weight.
But now it's shown at the Quick Weight Loss Center that he's taking appetite suppressants.
Yeah, which are dangerous. Well, those the thing about appetite suppressants, you know, I remember taking something like that when I was in college.
Yeah, long time.
I did. I never took it since because I was in a music class, and they were playing La Boheme, and I was in the back. crying because the teacher thought I was so moved by the opera.
Oh my God!
When you just
it like makes you, it screws you up.
Well, it's not only appetite suppressants. I just want to make it combines low-calorie diet, office visits, and supplements, which include protein boosters, carbohydrate blockers, and appetite suppressants.
It looks good.
Yeah, I mean, look, it looks good.
Really good.
But the thing is, you don't keep that weight off, because I went to one of those places before I got pregnant when I was doing fertility, and I went from a 16 to a 2. And I did, but it was supervised. I had to do all of that stuff. You go to meetings, and a lot of these people don't keep the weight off because you have to keep doing this.
The appetite suppressants, you know, because your appetite rushes. Should pardon the pun. It rushes back into Rush Limbaugh.
But does it affect? I wonder. Because I saw him. I remember when Sean Hannity was interviewing him, and it was the first time I had seen him, and he looked drastically different. And I thought, well, he was looking good, working out. But I wonder if it affects men differently than women. You know, is our rebound to sort of diet suppressants
bigger as well,
strong than one to a man?
Well, I have to say, I lost my 52 pounds. I probably put on 15 to 20 of them periodically, and it really is, it's a commitment. You know, losing weight is a lifelong commitment, no matter how you do it. If you do it with the pills or whatever, you got to make a decision. You're either going to keep it off, or that bag of potato chips with your name on it is going to sucker you right back in. I was suckered. Now, maybe Rush was inspired by another famous overeater, Cookie Monster. You know, he swore off binge eating 3 years ago. He now snacks on carrots and apples these days. He's even part of a new public service announcement on healthy living. Come on, it's Cookie Monster! I'm sorry, no.
I agree with what they're doing. I agree. Yes, I do.
It's ridiculous.
I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
It's ridiculous. No little child who is supervised under their parents go into the cookie thing and go.
Yes, they do.
Not if they're being supervised by their parents.
We see how many parents supervise their kids. The obesity rate amongst children.
But it's not Cookie Monster's fault. It is not Cookie Monster's fault.
He's changing in reflection to what's going on today.
It's
and
bull.
These kids look at this Cookie Monster shoveling cookies in his mouth, and I think they look at that and they are inspired. It is not bull. I got a kid.
I'm sorry, Sherry. Wait a minute. I have 3 grandkids who grew up with Cookie Monster. Not one of them was affected by the way this puppet was eating. The whole idea.
I think that
the whole idea of this
do cartoons of adults.
You know what?
I have a
kids because
he's cartoons appeal to kids. That's why the adults make these cartoons.
Maybe they should make
these are not cartoons.
But I'm saying kids are
I'm sorry. Sesame Street, if you know anything about it, is geared. Okay, then you know that what they do is geared to looking after your child's health, your child's well-being. They have not
Which is why I'm glad they're doing that.
This is ridiculous.
I'm glad they're doing that.
I think it's stupid.
I don't think it's stupid. I don't think it's stupid at all.
It's stupid.
I think it's great.
They're trying to make a point that cookies will make you obese, correct?
No, it's not healthy. It's not healthy.
Why is it not healthy if it does?
To be shoved the way that he's eating it. The shoveling.
Why don't they make Cookie Monster obese? That's make the point.
Make them obese. I'm going. They're trying to show a healthier alternative.
It's a puppet.